Attacking the diva while she's pretty close to me like this, I really should have been right-clicking and not left-clicking, but again, she didn't kill me and I did get damage on her, so that's not the worst mistake possible.
That was my first video on this channel, 4 years ago, when I was a bronze player. Funny to think about that, right? Welcome to my channel, Rise of Edgecrusher. I'm an Overwatch coach with a specific focus on working with bronze and silver players. But I wasn't always. In fact, I started as a sub 1000 SR bronze player myself. I downloaded Overwatch and played my first game of it on May 12, 2017, which means that today marks my 4-year anniversary on my journey to learn and improve in this game. In that time, I've climbed from bronze all the way up to masters, my peak SR currently being 3573. I'm still focusing on that goal of getting to Grandmaster, learning and improving in the game. One of these days, I will get to Grandmaster. And I'm a coach for other bronze and silver players who, like I was back then, had no idea where to start when it comes to improving. When I first started playing Overwatch, I had the goal of getting to Grandmaster within a year. And 2 months in, I thought I'd never get out of bronze. I'd never played a video game before Overwatch, so my aim and movement was worlds behind everybody else. And I put all my focus and my effort into grinding that and improving that. And eventually, it reached a point where I was this terrifying, seemingly mechanically skilled Genji in bronze, but I still had no idea what was going on in the team fights. I didn't even know enough to realize that's something I should be focusing on learning. So I was winning my duels, I was getting a high kill count and some nice stats, but I still couldn't climb out of bronze, and I had no idea why. And obviously, I did not get to Grandmaster within a year. I met some awesome coaches who helped me understand the things that I was missing, and eventually I got to silver, fell back into bronze, climbed up again, and then I had a pretty straight shot to touch platinum for the first time. And then I struggled again. My mechanical skill has always outpaced my awareness in this game. That was true when I was a new bronze player and both my aim and awareness were quite bad. The aim came more naturally to me as I practiced, and it's still true now as a Masters player. My mechanical skill is my strength, and I get outplayed and outrotated by other players more often than I would like. In every rank I've been in, I've reached a point where I was highly mechanically skilled for that rank. I couldn't win the game, but I could win a duel. I was feared, and that felt pretty good. And then I'd be working with a coach, and eventually something would just click for me in my head, it would make sense, and I'd rank up. And then I'd be average. I wouldn't have that feared, highly mechanically skilled status anymore, and that would throw me off my game. I felt like I had to make a conscious decision to give up being the best Genji player in bronze, and choose to become an average Genji player in silver. It wasn't easy, I felt like I was losing something important. And this happened each time I ranked up and reached a new skill level. It hit me hard again when I got to around 2600, the solidly platinum. This is where players start to coordinate just enough that if you're going in for duels with zero grasp of what's going on in the team fight, it doesn't matter anymore if you mechanically outskill them. You'll rarely get away with taking those one-on-one duels. And so I hit a plateau around 2600, and it took me a few months to continue ranking up from there. In this time period was also when I started coaching an entire team for the first time. Before this, when I was going back and forth between gold and plat, I'd helped some bronze and silver players learn basic Genji mechanics, but now I was coaching an entire organized silver team. And I was kind of thrown into the deep end in the world of coaching. The plan was for me to work alongside a more experienced, higher-ranked coach and learn the ins and outs of coaching, but because of some circumstances that I won't get into here, I ended up as the head coach for this team with basically no coaching experience. And I realized that I could make a difference coaching Overwatch. Outside of our awesome world of video gaming, I'm an emergency management worker. And before that, I was actively involved in traditional Japanese martial arts, where I helped to mentor disabled children. Both of these experiences provided me with a unique experience learning discipline, leadership, focus, and respect that just can't be learned in schools. It's something that is desperately needed in our Western society. I can use my computer as an escape because I don't like what's going on in society, But I realized that using Overwatch, I can build a common frame of reference with people, especially high school and college students who are just becoming members of society. And through esports, I can teach them the leadership and the skills that I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to learn that most people otherwise wouldn't get that chance. That's something I focus on a lot as a coach. I teach my students to respect each other and me by showing up on time to scrims and practices, identifying what their teammates need in-game and personally to perform at their best, and focus on their improvement each time they play the game. I teach aspiring team captains and managers and coaches that being a leader isn't about being in front. It's about taking care of your team. And once you're the leader, it's on you to have or find a solution for your teammates' problems, no matter what. And as they're learning those skills, I'm also teaching them positioning, movement, aim, and how to outplay their opponents in a game of Overwatch. I am disappointed sometimes that I didn't make it to Grandmaster within a year, that I'm still not good enough for Grandmaster after 4 years, but I wasn't needed in this game or in the world just as another Grandmaster player. Other people can make it to the top 1% of Overwatch, but I'm needed as a coach and a leader doing exactly what I'm doing. Grandmaster is still on the table. I'm never going to give up on that. It's just going to take me a long time, and I'm alright with that. If I was ever unwilling to stand among the low ranks, learn and practice the basics with them, then I have lost what it means to have earned a higher rank. And I hope my students learn from this example too.